We all know how dark the entertainment industry is. Sometimes you will not believe what people can do to get things going. For example, a lot of speculation has been surrounding Jamie Foxx and how he, unfortunately, landed in the hospital.
So, Jamie Foxx suffered a very serious medical emergency that landed him in the hospital.
And let me tell you, the rumors are crazy.
So recently, it's been reported that Jamie said that someone is trying to take him out.
But among the mind-boggling stories, one of the most talked about involved Diddy.
Don't y'all find that strange? Another one people that spoke out on Puffy is all of a sudden having a strange reactions to their bodies.
And yes, he is once again a part of this mess. But this one is a lot more serious than the others because fans believe that he was the reason why Jamie Foxx ended up in the hospital bed. But wait, there's more.
This rapper and him, they all in the room together.
Because it's not only the people on the internet, since close friends and other celebs are spilling the tea about Diddy.
Sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called.
And how he allegedly tried to harm Jamie Foxx. If you want to know the true story, keep watching. It's been over a month since the news about Jamie's unexpected medical condition made the rounds on the internet.
So, Jamie Foxx suffered a very serious medical emergency that landed him in the hospital.
But people are still talking about it. This is mainly because no one expected it, and also because of the surreal theories and speculations going around about the entire incident. His family was the first to confirm that he was rushed to the hospital for some serious medical reason, but no one really knew what his condition was, which added so much mystery and intrigued everyone. Soon after, it became the talk of the town, but not only because fans were worried, but because of the stories getting passed around. To cut a long story short, most of his supporters didn't believe that Jamie was hospitalized mainly because of his health. There must be something more, and since then, they've been investigating in order to connect the dots. One fan wrote, "I wouldn't doubt it. Nowadays, just about anything is possible with these demonic people in society." While another wrote, "Notice how everyone associated with Puffy always dies?" You heard that right. Diddy is actually one of the main characters in this story, but he isn't a hero in it. In fact, he's the total opposite because people are pointing their fingers at him and blaming him for Jamie's condition. Here's why. I bet you heard a lot of horror stories when it comes to the entertainment industry, but the ones connected to Diddy have been endless. Recently, there have been new accusations against him, and at this point, we have already lost track. The wildest is this one, and it's all over social media. All these speculations were greatly rooted in reports that Diddy would host crazy parties.
I think they never been to a Diddy party. If you not dancing, I just got hard.
And other celebs were very vocal about it, Jamie included.
Well, who are you hanging out with? Are you hanging out with Diddy? What are you doing?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know what's crazy?
During interviews, Jamie would discuss Diddy's private parties.
Like, back in the day, and I know the story don't make sense, but it's gonna make sense. I would hang out and watch him throw parties.
But fans noticed that unlike the others, he seemed to censor himself most of the time. In fact, you'd notice how careful he is with his remarks, as if he were scared to step on a landmine or something. But this didn't stop him from revealing very controversial details about Diddy. In fact, Jamie was the one who claimed that when Nick Cannon was 13, he used to sleep in the same room as Diddy.
He'd be in one part of the house. He'd be like, nigga, go back in there.
And it gave everyone an unexpected replay of Usher and Diddy's flavored camp. Yes, flavored camp. And Usher had talked about it before. And let me tell you, it's not the best place to send your underage son to. As a result, many fans were disturbed by the prospect of Diddy doing this to anyone other than Usher, and the possibility that Jamie was being so careful not to offend him. But it seems like Jamie was not very successful in that department, which is why he ended up in an ambulance and was rushed to the hospital a month ago. What made this entire thing bizarre was the fact that Jamie never addressed the issue. He did update fans about his condition a few weeks later, but nothing more. In a post to his official Instagram page, the Project Power star wrote, "Appreciate all the love, feeling blessed." While this might be a sign that things are finally settled, it seems like this scandal is far from over because after Diddy's name was dragged, tons of celebrities started speaking about him. If you think Jamie is the only one who has teased Puff, then think again, because there are actually more people from the industry who decided enough is enough and exposed the rapper. Well, that's what fans wanted to believe, at least. I already mentioned Usher and how he was part of Diddy's flavored camp when he was still a kid, but there's actually more to this. In fact, Usher himself talked about the issue, and you won't believe what happened during these flavor camps. Everything started after rumors about Diddy being allegedly gay started spreading like wildfire. However, there's nothing new, and people had been talking about it, but things escalated big time when Jamie Foxx was hospitalized. It actually became a full-on scandal after rumors about Diddy grooming and using young artists started spreading. And just like that, it took a dark turn out of nowhere. This is where Usher came in the picture and the infamous flavor camp was brought up. If you think this is strange, wait till you hear how he responded when asked if Diddy's mansion is overrun with girls.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really.
You can see how he was hesitant to elaborate further. Maybe he was afraid of saying too much. He did, however, reveal that he was able to witness some wild stuff while living with Diddy, although he didn't go into depth about what he observed. He also didn't explain why he was taken to Diddy's taste camp, other than to watch Diddy's lifestyle. That's strange. The most contentious thing he mentioned about his stay with Diddy was that he was paid to be there and allowed to spend the entire night with him.
You just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
Process it and consider the prospect of Diddy being gay and throwing wild parties. And at the end of the day, I don't think we can really justify requiring a boy as young as Usher at the time to live with an adult only to observe him. There is nothing more or less. In fact, nothing about music or anything else was said. So what was the camp for? Kevin Hart revealed further information regarding this flavored camp. He described Usher sleeping in the same bed as Diddy when he was 10 years old in a clip. Diddy was already 19 at the time.
I mean, damn, pause, but like, just I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the...
See? Isn't that shady? Unfortunately, people used to make gay jokes about it, utterly missing the message. However, more fans have since pointed out how improper this is. To be clear, no one actually cares whether he is gay or not. The real issue is that he might have manipulated and molested young men without anyone knowing. This carried on for many years. Consider how many victims he would have if this were true. While no one has confirmed any of this, there is plenty of evidence that fans are willing to cooperate in order to demonstrate that Diddy used to make a lot of men uncomfortable around him. In one video, for example, Diddy was discussing how Fabulous refused to party with him.
I'm in. Where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real? Because it seems like a thing.
I miss
his
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Just look at the other person's face and tell me he's not uneasy. Following this exchange, Fabulous remained focused on his dish and made a concerted attempt to ignore Diddy. He didn't even want to look him in the eyes. And then 50 Cent started slamming Diddy and released a mysterious Instagram post addressed to him. In one post, he captioned a photo of himself with material animals, saying, "Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are now left under the leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow." But this is only the tip of the iceberg for 50 Cent, who has a couple more bombs to drop. When he appeared on The Breakfast Club, he said that Diddy used to offer to take him shopping and even implied that many others already knew the truth about Diddy, but were afraid to speak about it.
I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me to take me shopping.
Only a few weeks later, Diddy came on The Breakfast Club, but when asked about the situation, he dodged it like the plague. I mean, if he's not hiding anything, I'm sure he can respond, right? Not to mention that his body language is completely revealing. You could tell he was hiding something by his fidgeting and uneasy expression. After connecting the dots, fans are 100% sure that Diddy had something to do with what happened with Jamie, and it didn't take long before the internet was flooded with comments and conspiracy theories about the matter. Speaking of comments, fans were especially disappointed in Diddy. This fan wrote, "It's so disturbing to hear that Diddy is so entangled in the evil ways. Get well, Jamie." While another added, "People been talking about Diddy for years, but no arrest, no court dates. Y'all let Hollywood get away with murder. Speaking of Diddy, he never addressed the issue. On the other hand, Jamie's side had confirmed he suffered a very serious stroke, which landed him in the hospital. But until the coast is clear, fans will continue watching from the sidelines while being on the lookout for the truth. How about you? Do you think Diddy planned all this? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe for the hottest celeb news.